darker green. And this fish is called the pink-tailed triggerfish. And it has the ability to pop up a spine in front of its dorsal fin. So if it's trying to flee from predators in the area, it can dart out into some coral, find a little crevice, and pop up that front spine to lock itself in, trying to prevent any predators from getting it out. And if a predator is able to get a hold of that fish, and the triggerfish is able to pop up that spine in its mouth, and it kind of gives a little jab in the roof of the mouth, kind of like, you know, you get a chip stuck in your mouth, you want to spit it out as soon as possible. And so it's a neat little adaptation that that fish has. That pink-tailed triggerfish in front of us with that greenish-looking tail at the end. So some of the corals out here in front of us, if you see some pieces that look like they're grabbing out at you, kind of like some skeleton figures, those are finger corals. And mixed in, we have some lobe corals as well. Kind of looks like different lumps of like mashed potatoes or mixed in with maybe some gravy, right? Lots of beautiful coral. It actually provides quite a bit of oxygen for us up at the surface. It is very vital in the ecosystem. All the fish are using it for different reasons. And as you may have noticed, we don't see a lot of huge white patches. If you saw mostly white along this reef, that would indicate some bleaching. And then if you saw some purpling, that would indicate necrosis. And that's, you know, those are just different indications of like unhealthy reefs. And so that white is actually due to different heats that affect the coral. So there's actually an algae within the coral called zooxanthellae, and that heat allows the coral to expel that algae, and it eventually turns white. And that purpling is actually just deterioration, and those are things that are not good, that we don't want to see on the reef. And it's really good that we don't see that now. All the fish are able to enjoy their habitat. In the distance, it kind of looks like a cheese grater, right? It's actually a DJ stand that fell off a booze cruise. They were partying too hard. And then we have a really large stack of plate coral in front of us. It's absolutely gorgeous. It does take a very long time to grow. So whenever you're out snorkeling or scuba diving, always try to keep your hands to yourself. If you do touch some corals, they will die off. Oh, this is a bluefin trevally, 2 of them right in front of us. They have really beautiful blue fins on top, kind of looks iridescent. Those are those predators I was talking about. A lot of fish will try to stay away from them. But trevallies actually like hiding in shadow-like areas, so they're like hiding underneath the submarine. So we might have had some traveling with us for a little bit. They like to stay hidden from their prey, kind of dart out when they least expect it. Ooh, I see a Morse idol out in the distance. There's 2 of them. Some black, white, and yellow stripes along its body, a long white tapering dorsal fin. These are also celebrities from Finding Nemo. His name was Gil. He was helping out Nemo in the fish tank. And this particular species is the only one in its genus. It's very unique. Oh, I see a raccoon butterfly fish out in the distance. It has a black line over its eye, a white bar behind it, and some black along its body as well. It's kind of floating out there. See if you can find him. It's the only raccoon on the island, so definitely take his picture. We also have a tire hanging out in the sand, some coral growing around it. Once things have fallen off, the fish claim it, the ocean claims it. We don't take it out because now coral's growing on it and the fish are using it for different things. But the tires are kind of used for fenders sometimes, so if you guys notice, we actually had some tires on the long side, or on the side of the pier, and so whenever the boats are pulling up and coming alongside, it kind of doesn't brush up against that paint and ruin the boat. It looks like maybe a cornet fish out on top of that piece of a boat, part of the helm of a boat we're about to see. See if you guys can find it. This is a predator. So it sank in 1996. The story of this boat was that it was purchased by an ex-Navy SEAL. It used to be a landing craft. He turned it into a shark cage diving experience. And while he was chumming up the water, trying to get sharks into the area, some locals didn't like that because there's people out snorkeling and scuba diving, paddleboarding, all the fun stuff. And it's said that in the dead of the night, some locals came out, drilled holes at the bottom of the boat to try to sink it, and the captain was actually notified that his boat was sinking and he had the opportunity to save it, but he chose not to, maybe to collect some insurance money. And once the insurance company found out, they gave him a hefty fine for that, after he had the opportunity to save the ship and let it sink. It actually also had lots of fuel and